Welcome back everyone to Welstopia. When we left off last time, we noted that we have a bit of a villager problem, and we'll need to do good grief, this is even more than I thought. And we'll need to do something in order to help to tame them. And I thought the best thing we could do is to build a villager center, hopefully encouraging them to go there, and then keeping them there instead of out all over, wandering all over the place. And to do that, what I'll do is I will build this going from here all the way to the tunnel leading to GeoWinner's location. So I'll start by creating a corridor all the way down there, then I'll widen it into a room, and that will become our little villager center. Now, where would I want this to be? I'll probably want to go from... let's see. I want to have it at least 3 wide, and I like to have stone brick on both sides. Therefore, I guess I'll take out these 3 in the middle here. Now, of course, I have this cleric here in the way. Oh, I don't like that. And I hear that sound. I'm thinking I'm about to be attacked by a ghast or something. I don't think there are any ghasts in this direction, fortunately. But I will have to dig through here. And I'll probably also actually use my silk touch so that I don't have to worry about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig all the way down to the other end and see what I get. And here is our carved out tunnel. We've got the 3 wide plus 2 additional wide on each side, and I think that will make a decent center. Now what my plan is that I'll be putting stone brick over here, and I'm going to alternate that with spruce. So it's going to just go back and forth between those two. So we'll get the planks there. So I'll be going back and forth. And on these I will have fence posts connected to that. So that'll be over here, over there. Yes, they'll be slightly above the ground. And in each of these areas is where the villagers are going to be fitting. And I'm going to do all the way that down this way. And all the way down in this direction. So hopefully I'll have enough stalls to hold all of these villagers. Let's find out. And it's now built. I've got all the fence posts up, and a few of the villagers have already volunteered to step inside, so 4 of them are there. Now I have 14 stalls in all, and at some point... Oh, I don't like it when I do that. At some point, when I place fence posts correctly... See. There we go. Armor. Well, I'll see if I could work that trade up. Oh! Oh! Hey! Hey! Don't leave! Don't. Well, alright, I've got 5. I got 9 more to trap. Now, I do have other problems down here where I had some of them that managed to get to the other side of this, so I put this up until such time as I get all these other villagers into these stalls. Then I could try to reopen that up and try to encourage the villagers to get back in on their side. Now down here, I'm trying to encourage villagers to... I think they've already come all the way down in here. Trying to encourage villagers to come in this way. Oops. And hopefully to get them to come out into here, I could trap them down here and then keep more from coming in. Well, at least that's the plan. No idea how well that's going to work. But I just want to try to get as many villagers to get back into the village as well as I could achieve. So those are my various plans. To try to get some of the villagers to go back home. Try to get some of the other villagers to come into here. And hopefully discourage too many villagers from going in onto my area. But if they insist on staying there, then perhaps I could find a nice little area for the villagers down near my main base. Well, that's quite a bit to do, and I still have quite a bit to do here because I've got a ceiling to make. So let's get on it. And I think the best thing for me to do here on that matter is to... Oh, first of all, let's get rid of this nether rack. And let's see. No, not that way. Not that way. Let's see. Oh, I want to go. Oh, up on top, perhaps. Yeah, alright. Now, let's grab all this. And the idea now is that I will try to circle around here. Like that. And go all the way around. Take that around. And then have these slabs then as my ceiling. So it's a fairly straightforward system. But I think it'll blend in what I'm doing in the other places. The ceiling is complete. And I think everything looks reasonable. I've managed to have half of the stalls filled, including my 3 glowstone cleric. So therefore, that's all for the good. Now, of course, it's going to take me some time before everything's perfect, but those details probably can be done between episodes. Now, as for this group here, we've got a couple of them that are waiting inside there. But I seem to have quite a gaggle over here, and it's unlikely I'm going to get them to behave and move on. So I'm thinking that I will just make another one of those trading centers right over here and give them a place to live, so I don't have to worry about trying to induce them to get onto the other end there. And I think I've got enough in this area to start an entirely different Nether area. Right, so now let us start digging away with round 2. The original plan was for me to build it on this side, but there's a cave system over here that makes it very inconvenient, so I switched over to this side and I created 5 stalls here. Now I was originally thinking of doing stalls on each side, but now I'm down to 2 villagers here. The rest went back. So I'm going to leave it at 5 for the moment, and I might get some that go in here. They may all return. I don't know. We'll just have to play that by ear. I'm on a little break right now. I thought we'd have a look at the post office. It looks like they have a stairway down to there now. They have recently opened up a post office. Had a lot of trouble finding it before. Now let's see where it is. I think we are underneath. Ah, yes. So we have banners to represent all the various people. So let's see if I could find my banner here. Find my post box, because I haven't been here since they started this up. Ah, here we go. Here we go. A little sign, Pineleaf needles. There we go. No mail. But the idea there is if we have anything for someone, we could drop it into the box at the appropriate banner. Though I probably won't recognize all of the banners, but at least we've got the names there under there, so make that a little bit easier. Port of New Wellington, Night 13, and all the various members. Alright. Why there's a zombie? AJ smells like... Okay. Right. Now this, I think, goes to the subway. And this goes back up, and this goes to Knight's boat. Continue to hub. Ah, alright, here we go. And that brings us into the hub. Alright. Now, let's get back to work. Since our little game of villager herding is going to take a while, I'm popping back over here and ready to start on my little sorting system. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have 4 chests high worth on everything. Now, on the final side where we have our overflow area, I am going to have 3 rows of these. This is the 3rd row. Then on the 2nd row, we are going to have trap chests. Right, and a trap chest, and then 1 more set of chests over there. And this is going to be our overflow, where we are going to go if we manage to go all the way through here, all the way through here, all the way through here, and still don't find a proper place for it, then all the overflow goes here. I figure 12 double chests. I'm hoping we'll never have to run out and overflow that, because if we overflow all 12 of those things, well, we're going to have issues and start backing up the system, and nobody on the server likes things like that. For the rest of our system, we are going to be skipping and then have 2 chests like this. Well, it'll be, of course, be a line of 4 double chests vertically. We'll skip 2 and go here and then wrap around that way. And that's because of how the filtering system is going to be acting, where on top of this we'll have our filters. And while they tile with each other, as far as I could tell, filters really do need their space between each other. So I am going to be doing that, and I'm obviously going to need some sort of scaffolding in order to make the filters themselves. I have the chest built up, at least the top level of the chests. I am going to have to build all the lower levels, which is going to be a little tricky, I think, in order to get that down. I have to figure out something about that. Probably have to embed the next levels of hoppers and all that stuff behind the wall or something. But I do have this row of hoppers. These are the hoppers that will then feed the chests. But of course, I am going to be needing a filter above this, and above that is going to be a stream. And I hope oh yeah, that's closed up. Well, I'll have to open that up again at least some point. Yeah, those things are closed up right now so that I don't accidentally fall into them. The idea there is the stream is going to come down here, all the way across here, filter them out one by one, and then fill them all up. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 different items I can sort out. Obviously, iron, poppies, probably some woods if I get a tree farm going. Things to do with fish, I'll probably have to add some fish in there as soon as I get the fish hooked up in there. The pumpkins, the melons. I'll probably have more than 17 things I would want to put into here, so I may have to do some finagling on that matter. And then if we get past all those 17 items and it doesn't fit some way, then boom, into this little area here. Now I may decide to add an incinerator past this if this proves to be insufficient for the needs on that matter, but I'm hoping I'll clear this out every so often so that it won't be a major problem, because I certainly don't want to be collecting all sorts of stuff and then have to incinerate it. I am back at my little villager area at my base, and all 5 stalls are now filled. And I don't have any villagers around here, so 5 and 5, perfect fit. Now let's see what's on the other side. Now down here, I still have, well, I do have 2 more villagers that are going in and out with the area to the other area, so maybe it wasn't a perfect fit because there could still be some more friends down there. So I may have to open up a couple more stalls there or encourage them to get back here. So down here I have 10 stalls filled. There are 4 that still need... unfortunately, he's talking to these guys, and all the empty stalls are down this way. Hey, hello. Let's see if I could encourage him to move a little bit. Occasionally it takes a little bit of this in order to get them across. But I'll probably have to do this mostly in between episodes in here. But the idea here is that... Hey, hello, inside. There you go. Oops. Alright, 11 now filled. Toolsmith. Efficiency 1 was a fortune 1, I guess. Efficiency 2, I'm breaking 1. I'm breaking 2. Okay. Not the greatest set. Well, here we are. What I'm going to do is I'm going to label each of them by their best trade. If all their trades are bad, if I think they're no good for trading, I'm going to put a sign above them that says open. And what open means is that if another player comes along and they want that villager because they disagree with me and think that's a wonderful trade and they really want it, or if they decide that they could use the villager for breeding, then the ones that are open, yeah, take it, fine, give me an empty stall, I don't mind. But the ones that put trades on for, the expectation is that they're going to be there and it's going to be open to the public. In other words, it's technically outside my base. It's in the Nether, so if someone wants to go and trade with the villager, fine. Now, what about this end? And down here, no more villagers inside this area. I have this double lock area here, and no more villagers to deal with here, and now I'm going to be keeping them out. Now, we have that person who seems to be on the border there for some reason. I'll have to take care of that at some point. But no more villagers are going to be able to get into this main area here, and that's what's important on that matter. Now, I did leave this end open, if you check here. This gate is open, so therefore if any villagers do wander in here, then I will try to encourage them to go onto the other side there. Well, I had quite a mess of villagers here, and I still have a few more wandering all around the corridors, but I think I'm a lot closer to getting this entire thing in hand. And I think that's it for this episode. Next time, I am going to get back to that little filter system, actually build the filter, and get that storage working underway, because a working storage system will really help my farms work out well. But that'll all be in our next episode of Piney Plays Minecraft Welstopia.